Welcome back, eSIM Studios. This is the eSIM Studios podcast, live stream, episode number 27. We are rolling along here. We are live on Instagram at eSIM Studios as well as here on YouTube. And we are going to conduct a giveaway. Now, that is assuming we have a number of you that want to enter the giveaway, because if not that many, if it's only a handful of people, we might wait until the next episode, tomorrow's live stream. But if we get a decent amount of people in here, I do have Google Nest Wi-Fi router. Now, I have the power cable for it, obviously. But very, very nice. Let me see if I can get the model number there for y'all. Google Nest Wi-Fi router. We will do a giveaway at the end of this episode. Probably going to go for about 30-45 minutes. However, those of you that are viewing this on Instagram, you can only enter in our YouTube chat. So if you're watching this on Instagram and you want to enter the contest, the giveaway at the end of the live stream for this Google Nest Wi-Fi router, simply head over to our YouTube channel at eSIM Studios and jump in the live stream chat and simply enter hashtag router to enter to win. Hashtag router. And you could win this. We've already given away a couple of them. So we got a few more left. So we will, and I'll remind y'all throughout the live stream. I know we have people joining us in different points of the live stream, right? We have a new sponsor of the show. Yes. Thank you very, very much. And who else, right? Google. Duh, it's a no-brainer, right? So I just activated my Google search. Google Fi, right? Google Fi. Let me pull up Google Fi. They are the sponsor of the eSIM Studios podcast live stream. We live stream daily, and they have been very, very kind to sponsor us. So we appreciate you, Google. As you know, I've given you thousands of dollars already in pixels, everything. Oh, we got Google everything here. At the house. But let me pull up Google Fi. They are the official sponsor. Google Fi Wireless. You can get unlimited data. Plans just start at $20 per month. $20 a month. And if you also need a phone, they got you covered there as well. Let me pull up their website. So, new sponsor of the show, Google Fi Wireless. You can get a Pixel 8 on them, and you can get the new released mint green color. I've been looking to get one, a mint green, smaller, the Pixel 8. I may have to get in contact with them and see if they can possibly front us one, but Google Fi Wireless plans start as low as $20. If you sign up with the link in our description, so if you look underneath the video, you should see a link in the description box, and simply hit the more button, and you should see. I think I have dual placement there in our description. So Google Fi Wireless plans starting at only $20, and you can get a pretty cool phone too. Check this out. You can get Pixels, you can get Motorola's, and yes, they also have Samsung Galaxy S24 series now. So if you wanted to get one with Google Fi Wireless, you can do that now. Lots of good plans here, so check out the link in the description. Google Fi Wireless. now the main sponsor of the eSIM Studios podcast, plan starting at just $20. So with that being said, let's move on to our first story. Again, those of y'all joining us, if you're joining me on Instagram, you can continue to watch there. I'm gonna try to stream every single day. Well, we do stream every single day, but I'm gonna dual stream Instagram, YouTube from here on out, right? But if you want to enter our giveaway, today is the Google Nest Wi-Fi router. If you want to enter to win this, free of charge, free shipping, not a penny that comes out of your pocket, I'll pay for the shipping. Head over to our YouTube channel, eSIM Studios, and you can enter to win in our chat. Simply enter #router in the chat, and that will enter you to win the Wi-Fi router. So StreamYard is working on implementing the giveaways with Instagram, but they're not quite there yet. I reached out to them the other day and they said they're working on it. So until then, if you want to enter, please head over to our YouTube channel and enter #router in the chat on our YouTube channel, and that will enter you to win in the drawings today. It's here in just a few minutes. So let's get on to the stories. There you go, Daniel. Just like this, just like Daniel. Daniel is one of the lucky subscribers of our eSIM Studios YouTube channel. Won him a smartwatch last week, I believe. So just simply enter this in the YouTube chat, and that'll enter you to win. We'll do it here maybe in probably it's like 7:15. It's probably 30 minutes or somewhere right around there. We're not going long. I got stuff to do. Y'all got stuff to do. But important, we get to this news. Now we have Samsung news. What else? Right? We have Apple news, and we also have, let's see, we got a couple of Apple stories. We have MacBook news, iPad news, and Nothing Phone 2a news. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get into it. Let me share this screen. Go check out Google Fi Wireless, new sponsor of our eSIM Studios YouTube channel. The CMF watch is doing great. Yeah, that's a really cool watch. I mean, the battery life is basically unmatched when it comes to smart. Well, I guess there's a few other devices that go almost 2 weeks without charging it, but yeah, that's phenomenal, man. Once you have a smartwatch that you only have to charge like every 10 to 14 days, charging a normal smartwatch every night is like, oh, what the hell am I doing? But I'm glad you enjoy it. No, there you are. Bama fan, your tracking shall pick up today. I contacted them. I made sure the UPS store across the street that it was going out today. Oh wait, today's President's Day. I asked them if the tracking was going to pick up, and they said yes, it would pick up today. So, oh, and I sent it with the UPS tracking. I sent everything in the UPS track. I'll email you. Bama fan, another winner of one of our giveaways. No, you're good. We're just starting. I usually, check this out, when I start these live streams, I'll usually BS for about 5 or 10 minutes just to let everybody get in, and then we get to the stories. So didn't miss anything. Well, we did make an announcement. We have Google Fi Wireless is a sponsor now of the daily live stream. So I have a special link in the description box that can get you discounts if you need service, if you need a phone. They got you covered, and it's only right because everything we have here is Google anyways, so it was only right that we teamed up with them. Okay, so, and please enter if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching on Instagram, head over to our YouTube channel. If you would like to win the router, simply type in #router in the chat, just like Daniel here, and that will enter you to win here. We'll do it in about 30 minutes at 7:15 Central Standard Time. Okay, let's jump into the news here. Man, I love this widescreen. I've never had a widescreen before, and I installed this Samsung one. It's freaking awesome, man. I love it. I was gonna pull the trigger maybe a few months ago. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'll get used to it. It seems too weird. I'll just go with 2 separate monitors. I don't know what I was thinking. The dual, I mean the ultra wide, the ultra wide is money, especially when you're multitasking. So I got 2 screens here, like I showed on, like I uploaded that video yesterday of my setup. I get the ultra wide here with 2 displays on it, and then I have my 3rd monitor down here on the left. So it's money. All right, so check this out. We're getting closer to the launch of Samsung's next series of foldables, right? So Samsung just launched their S24 series, the S24, S24 Plus, and S24 Ultra. And now it's time to move on to the next series. So we have the foldables coming up, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6, right? I plan on personally getting the Flip 6. I'm not a big foldable fan. Now, I like the Flip, right? It's small, compact. It's nostalgia, right? It reminds me of the old StarTacs back in the day, but just not a big foldable fan. And one of the main reasons is because I already have a jumbo size screen phone, which is the S24 Ultra. And the other thing is the outside display. So when you fold it, that display that's on the very front, it just seems too weird to me to use it. It's not, for whatever reason, it's just not doing it for me, right? Until they can get a foldable that looks like this from the outside, like when you have it folded closed, when they get to that point where it looks like an S24 on the outside, but then you can fold it open, that's when I'll probably pull the trigger. But I just can't do the foldable. But I will do the Flip this year. This year they're expected to upgrade a whole new camera system. And especially for both, for the Fold 6 and the Flip 6. The Flip 6 is expected to get the camera setup, the same setup minus 1 camera that's on this S24 Plus. Those 50 megapixel cameras, I think they're going to get a 50 megapixel main shooter and then a 12 megapixel ultra wide. The 12 megapixels that they have on the Flip series right now, the sensors are like 4 or 5 years old. I mean, it's long overdue. I loved the Flip 5. I absolutely loved it. My only knock was the cameras. Now they got better. Software helps, right? Post snap, obviously processing helps. But with this new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and these new Samsung foldables, oh man, it's going to be badass. Like it's going to be a nice phone, and you get those upgraded cameras. It's going to be nice. Need me a Z6 Ultra. I got some news here that relates to your comment. Hey, did you email me? You won the router last time. I was checking my emails. I didn't see an email from you. If you can email me, I need to get your address and I'll ship you your router. So please email me. Our email is in the description box of every video, whether it's a live stream, whether it's a pre-published or uploaded content. Contact information is in everything that I publish. I'm also waiting on an update on the S24 old truck. Yes. Yeah. We should be here on, what's today? The 19th, and it's supposed to come out the 22nd. So they've already released it for South Korea, and I think another country got it today. The US will get it on the 22nd. So what day is that? That would be what, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday, I believe. So it'll be here in just a few days. I know. I cannot wait for that update. So, oh, you did. Okay, perfect. I'll go back and recheck it here once this is done, and we'll get you straightened out. But if you're just joining us, enter #router in the chat, YouTube chat, to enter your chance to win Google Nest Wi-Fi router. Everybody watching on Instagram, if you want to win this, enter to win this. I'm drawing at about 7:15 Central Standard Time. Head over to our YouTube channel and enter #route in the chat. So going back to the Fold, right? So I have some more information in regards to the Z Fold 6 Ultra, right? But here's the next step, the next process that Samsung goes through. As you know, they have to get certified through the FCC. Now they typically do that right before launch, but they did get another certification today, or I guess it was probably this weekend or Friday, just a couple days ago. Samsung's new Z Fold 6, its display passed military standard durability testing. What does that mean? That means it's supposed to be tough, supposed to be more durable. There's a military standard. Yes, the US military has a standard by which each electronic device that they use has to meet the standard, because you don't want to be out on the field training or on the battlefield, and you're like the Flip series, right? They're so fragile. I always encourage people to get insurance when you get a foldable, because I've had multiple. It seems like if it falls 2 inches, the screen will get jacked up. Well, you don't want to be on the battlefield using now, I'm not saying that they're going to use, the Z Fold 6. I'm just saying, make a comparison. Military has a standard for durability, and it's typically seen in the technology industry for electronic devices, right? So the new Z Fold 6 just got certified for military standard. Now let's see what the details of it is. What the details are. It's also known as the American Military Specification, MIL-SPEC. As part of the test, the firm exposed the panel to 14-degree temperatures and froze it by spraying water to form a layer of ice over it. It kept the display frozen under 6 millimeters of ice for 4 hours long. And it was perfectly usable after the test, right? They also did the complete opposite and exposed it to extreme temperatures of up to 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours in a row. Wow. The firm repeated such sudden temperature changes 3 times in 12 hours, and the display remained usable. And that is very good. They're taking the necessary steps to make these things real viable devices. Even myself, I love the Flips. I did not recommend it to anybody, to anything, for anything, just because of how fragile it was. Now you see them starting to make these changes, to make these evolving changes that make each generation that much more better. You see them getting stronger, more durable. You see them now with upgrading the camera system, which is a much needed overdue part of the phone. So it appears that we're getting to or at least I'm getting to the point where I can honestly recommend these phones. Now, I would still recommend getting insurance. Side note, Samsung offers way less. The cost of insurance is way less if you go through Samsung than if you go through your carrier. I signed up insurance for both of these devices this week, just a couple days ago. It was like $7 But anyways, it's cheap, but I would definitely look into it if you're thinking about getting a foldable, right? So the shock testing conducted 26 different experiments, included dropping the display from a height of 1.22 meters in various directions. So that's basically what, maybe 4.5 feet, something like that. This is the height typically people use their phones, basically waist height, or a little bit in between waist and chest, right? You just hold your phone out right there and you just drop it. So they're saying, how many times did they drop it? It included dropping the display of a height of various directions. Didn't say exact number of times, but I'm glad they're doing this. Gravity acceleration test, rotated at speeds of up to 10 times the force of gravity. Astronauts and aircraft parts reportedly go through similar testing. Wow. So Samsung, as you know, we just reported that Apple ditched their foldable iPhone that they had been working on and had planned for next year. They scrapped it. They threw it to the side because they were having display issues. Samsung is the king of foldables right now. I mean, they've been working on this for over a decade as far as the R&D, the research and development of these. And they hold over 1,800 patents when it's related to foldable technologies in the United States. That's 4 times more than the nearest competitor. So if you want a foldable device, Samsung's definitely the company you want to buy a foldable from. Now, I would still recommend getting insurance, right? But Samsung's got it down, and it looks like this year they're really starting to take it to the next level. Now, this is what I was mentioning. This is good. This goes back to the comment. Where are we at? Right here. Need me a Z Fold 6 Ultra. Well, you might be in luck because it looks like the Z Fold 6 might just come with a built-in S Pen. Just like the S24 Ultra, S23 Ultra, the Note 20, Note 10. It finally looks like Samsung's going to put a S Pen, a removable S Pen, in the Fold series with this new Z Fold 6. As you know, you can use the S Pen Pro. You can actually use an S Pen from a S23 Ultra, S24 Ultra. You can use that S Pen on the Z Fold 6. You just have to register it with the device. But Samsung also sells a S Pen Pro. Now, a replacement S Pen for this S24 Ultra, I think is like $40-50, right? The S Pen Pro is about $100. And that will also work on the Z Fold 6. So in the past, if you wanted to use an S Pen, a lot of people didn't know you could use the S Pen from the Ultras. You can. You just have to go through a couple settings. But I'm glad to see that they're going to put. It looks like it's not a promise. It's not a nothing set in stone, right? But it's a matter of time, right? It's just part of the evolution of the device. It's the screen is way too big for it not to have a stylus, right? So that goes back to the comment where he was mentioning the Z Fold 6 quote unquote Ultra. Now, let's see. This was when it was attached to the back. So if they put an S Pen in here, it's probably going to be obviously very, very similar to the S24 Ultra. They're either going to put it somewhere either on the left side or on the right side. It's incredibly difficult to do technology-wise. I don't think a lot of people realize how difficult it is, because if you open up one of these phones, they cram it with so much stuff in there that it's amazing Samsung could even put an S Pen in there, right? But just keep an eye on that. Now, I don't think this is a credible alternative to putting an S Pen with a Fold series. It looks kind of janky. Plus, look, it's got the old school Samsung crap on the bottom, right? The home screen, the recents, the back. I don't think that this will be the case. There's just no way. It would be like the S24 Ultra, but we'll keep an eye on that for you. As soon as we get news on any of the foldables, we'll get them to you, right? So, next story. I got like 2 more stories, and then we'll get to the drawing. If you have, let me see here. Where am I at? If you would like to enter our giveaway, sorry, I'm distracted by my phone. If you would like to enter our giveaway, please enter hashtag router in the chat. In our YouTube chat, if you're watching this on Instagram, we're dual screen streaming today. Head on over to our YouTube channel, enter hashtag router in the chat, and we will get you a router if you win, right? Okay. We have iPhone news. Yes, iPhone news. Let me pull it up. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Hello, Anissa. Hello. She entered the keyword hashtag router. Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend. Yeah, I don't recommend. At least not yet. We'll see what this new one entails. As far as obviously they're putting the military standard durability in there, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm not gonna, it's not. You automatically see that and then recommend it. Still gonna wait. Still gonna wait and see type of deal, right? All right, check this out. iPhone news. iPhone 16, late September release date, mid-September release date, and there's already news coming out. And it's interesting because in the previous iPhones, we never got news or leaks this early. It was usually right before or leading up to the iPhone release. Now, Apple tends to keep a very, very tight lip when it comes to rumors or potential features it may offer. But this year, I take that back. The last 2 years, well, I guess 18 months really, have been different. We got a ton. I leaked everything that was out on the iPhone 15 series probably 6 months before it came out. And now we're getting news on the iPhone 16, right? So here's what we know. Whoops, let me share this tab. There we go. So it'll be in mid-September, right? And they're going to change not necessarily the processor. They're basically changing the name. Well, yeah, I guess they are changing the name because it's going to have their flagship level processor. Now, it's rumored to feature a new action button, right? Improved cameras, larger displays. They're actually just shrinking the bezels, so it's not technically a larger display. They're just shrinking the little black bar or strip that surrounds the display, your AMOLED display. They're just making that smaller, which actually, I guess, does kind of increase the display size, but it should be the same size as the iPhone 15. And this was a potential release for the iPhone 15 series, is that they possibly could release an quote-unquote ultra model, right? Now, prices, we all know what prices they're going to be. We know when the release date, mid-September. So they are set to put a new, they're going to do dynamic islands across the board, even with the SE, that the new iPhone SE that's going to be released just this year, that will get a dynamic island and a new action button, that one you can fully customizable. You can customize it to tap it twice to open your camera, like on Androids, or tap it once to open video camera or turn on your flashlight. That's going to be available to both phones, right? The action button this year on the 15 series was just released on the Pro and the Pro Max models. This year, the action button is going to be available on all models, right? Similar thing to what they did with the dynamic island, where 2 years ago they only put it on the Pro series and the Pro Max series, while the regular and the Plus still had that stupid island, or what is it, that notch, excuse me. And then the following year is available for all. And they're doing it this year with the action button, where on the 15 series it was just available for the Pro and the Pro Max. This year it's going to be available across the board. Now we also got a sneak peek at the design. Yes, the design. So it's going to have a 2-camera setup, right? It's going to have a 2-camera setup, a vertical, top and bottom. And it's going to have it should have a little camera island on the back. Today we got a sneak peek at what their camera module is going to look like. And it's confirmed it will be an up and down vertical array. Now, let's see if we can find what megapixels, what sensors are they going with. And we may not have that detailed information. So here's the actual sensor, the actual part. And it will obviously look like an iPhone, right? It's going to have the same design language, just with a few minor, very, very minor enhancements, just to basically look. They could keep, it's basically the same phone, right? And they could easily release it looking exactly the same as the previous year. But for one of the many reasons that they don't do that is so they can sell more accessories, right? Because if you have a design tweak just a little bit, right? Just something as simple as the cameras. That means all new cases, all new accessories have to be made. And I personally think that's the biggest reason why they tweak designs, where it basically looks the same. There's just a couple minor little things here. OnePlus has done that in the past, where they release, was it OnePlus? I can't think of who it was. Anyways, it was literally the same device. Same device the following year. I think it was the S series. The only thing they changed was the volume down and volume up was like 2 centimeters. Or maybe it was like 1.5 centimeters raised, which means you got to buy a all new case, right, for it. So money is behind the decision of basically every decision. And these phone manufacturers are the same, right? So they know that if they put a phone out that's exactly the same, that means, oh good, I can use my cases from last year, No, they want you to buy all new stuff. There we go. We got some more entries here. Sweet, sweet. We'll get it going here in just a few minutes. I got one or two. I think I got one more story. So, speaking of Apple and the iPhone, new iPhone's coming out in September. And now we get news that Apple is expecting to announce new MacBooks and iPads in March, which is just a couple weeks away. Now, going back to our original story real quick, with Samsung. I was expecting them, and you heard some, of course, I heard some news about them releasing new, alongside with the S24 series, new Galaxy books and new Galaxy tablets. We did not get the tablets, and the books, I believe they were released. There was just no launch party for them. By the way, I've used a Samsung Galaxy book. What a disappointment. I would not recommend that to anybody. Overheats and sluggish. I think you can expect new Galaxy tablets with the release of alongside the foldables. So when Samsung releases the Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, that's when I think they're gonna push new tablets. It's been almost a year. I know it seems like it was just recently, but I believe it's just been a year. Should get new tablets this summer for Samsung. But back to Apple, expecting new MacBooks and iPads. Now, is there going to be any difference with those? I think I know the answer. It's probably no. And we don't have any designs or anything leaked like that, but it appears we do have just some written information. There is going to be a new chip, the M3 Pro and M3 Max. It says they were released, the M3 chipset, during its Scary Fast event on Halloween, but only updated the MacBook Pro and iMac, which skipped the M2 chip altogether. That means it's probably time we see a new MacBook Air and Mac Mini get the M3 treatment. Yeah. Now, when is this expected to be released? In this, not sure. But stay tuned and stay subscribed to the channel, and I'll keep everybody up to date as far as when you can expect new MacBooks and good old iPads. Speaking of tablets, right? So, Nothing Phone 2A took a turn for the worse for me last week when we got the news that they're not releasing this in the United States. Now, if you wanted to get the Phone 2A, you certainly can. You just gotta probably get it on eBay. Jump on eBay, and there will be some for sale a week or two after they're released, that you can get them shipped here, and it'll work. It's going to be unlocked. It'll work for all our major carriers here, right? But we did get a benchmark score, because that's one thing I was interested in, is the chipset. It's going to have a MediaTek chip, no Snapdragon in this one, and we also got a launch date confirmed, and it's coming up pretty close. So the Nothing Phone 2 was captured running an Antutu benchmark test. Again, these are pre-released software, but we're so close to the release date that should basically perform about the same, right? Of course, it'll improve with tweaks and adjustments with software updates, but probably the scores we're seeing right now is probably what you can expect if you're interested in getting one. Now, let's see here. Okay, so they're saying the Nothing Phone 2 is the phone on the left-hand side here. Next to it is the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus and the OnePlus Nord CE. If I'm not mistaken, I think 2 out of those 3 have MediaTek chips. So the Nothing Phone 2A has a score of 738,164 on Anitutu. Now, I think I ran, it's not, it's nothing to brag about, but again, I'm not familiar with this MediaTek chip, so I'm not really familiar with its performance. Let's see. Yeah, those aren't too great. Now, you can't expect it to be that high of a performer, because it's going to be what, $300 or something like that. So it's going to be a relatively cheap phone. But I would like to get one, right? I would like to get my hands on one, and I'll see if I can do that. I love Nothing. I love their design. I love what they're doing, right? Just as a company, it's so hard to break into this mobile technology world, especially for phone manufacturers, and what they're doing is just truly remarkable. So I want to support their journey and where they're going. So I think I'm going to get one. We'll have to wait and see. Now, I'm sure the prices will be jacked up once they get released, and I'll probably have to wait a month or 2 after it's released for the prices to go down on the aftermarket, because everybody knows in the other countries they're not releasing this in the United States. So if I lived over there in Europe, what would I do? I'd buy probably 2 or 3 of them and then put them up for sale on eBay and make 2 or 3 times my investment. The prices will be a lot higher for the US market since they're not being released here. But after a couple months, the prices will come back down and should be just right around the final sale price of it originally. Release date is going to be March the 5th. March the 5th, after Mobile World Congress in Barcelona is over. I probably would have done it during Mobile World side note, I want to go to that. I was looking last night, and I registered for Mobile World Congress. It's just late notice, right? So I'm going to try to go to that next year. I want to go to CE. We're going to go to CES, all that cool stuff. So now, real quick, just a quick overview. The Phone 2A is going to be released in both 8 gig variants and 12 gig variants of RAM with 128 and 256 gigs of storage. It's going to have the same 50 meg. It's going to have the same camera setup as their Phone 2, and it's going to have the same screen size. It shares a lot of similarities with this. The main thing that's going to be different is the processor, but it's going to be the same screen size, 6.7, so it's going to be a decent size. It's not some rinky-dink phone, right? So with a clear back and all that cool stuff. So we'll try to get our hands on one. All right, we're going to run the contest here in just a couple minutes. I got to get off of here. Let's see. Was I missing anything on the 2A? We got the release date. Let's see. I think that was it. It's going to have a MediaTek Dimensity 7200. Okay. A mainstay on many mid-tier phones from Chinese brands like the... Okay, so here are the specs real quick, just to wrap this up. 6.7 inch for the Phone 2A. 6.7 inch Full HD OLED panel. It's not going to be LTPO. 120 Hz refresh rate, MediaTek Dimensity 7200 Ultra CPU. 50 megapixel ultra wide, 32 selfie. Android 14, Nothing OS 2.5, and 45 watt charging. Now it says limited US release. I have no idea what that means. I think they're they are giving them out to developers, right? On their website, you can sign up. If you're a developer, app developer, you can get one. You just have to register with them. So I think that's what limited US release means. Should be brand new, $399, just under the $400 mark. So sucks they're not bringing it here, but they might do what they did with their flagship device, right? I guess their phone. The phone 1 was not released in the US. It was released everywhere else. And then with the phone 2, it was released worldwide and in the US. So I'm thinking they're using that same strategy with this phone 2A. So I think the phone 3A should be released in the US. So we'll see. Who knows? And a Antutu score for Nothing Phone 2A is about the same as a MediaTek Dimensity 1100 chipset. Interesting. Or 7200 Ultra. Huh. Wow. So that means that the performance is not that good then, right? Hold up. Well, I'm not sure of their naming strategy for their chips, so maybe I'm mistaken, but if it performs the same way as the MediaTek Dimensity 1100, shouldn't a 7200 be higher performing? And again, I don't know. I'm not really familiar with MediaTek. There's here in the US, hardly anything is released with MediaTek, so I'm just not that familiar with it. So, but we'll check it out. Hopefully, if we get one, we'll benchmark it and test it. Of course, once those get released, we'll see online. Okay, are y'all ready? Let's do the drawing. Now, remember, the eSIM Studios podcast live stream is now a sponsored show. That's correct. Google Fi Wireless picked up sponsorship for our show, and it was a no-brainer because, like a lot of electronic devices here in this home, it says it has a G on it. So much welcomed sponsorship from Google Fi Wireless. Plan starting as low as $20. I've put a link in our description box you can go check out. That'll get you a extra special discount. Okay, so I want everybody, while I get it set up, if you have typed like this, #router in the description box, just like this, go ahead and do it now because I'm going to run it in about 1 minute. So the countdown has begun. There we go. I'm glad everybody made it today. Thank you very much for joining us. Now let's get to the fun stuff. All right, let me drop this. There we go. Sorry, I'm still trying to maneuver my my multi-screen setup. I'm still trying to get used to it, but I'm good now. So here is the giveaway tool, right? We're going to choose this live stream and we're going to type in #router. Again, we're going to run it here in just about 20 seconds. So I'll let people, if there's people on Instagram watching this, hang on. There you go, right there. You can only enter in our YouTube chat. So if you're watching this on Instagram, head over to our YouTube channel, eSIM Studios. Select this live stream as the video you want to watch, and then go down into our chat and simply type in #router like Daniel has done right there. I'll give you a few more seconds to do that, and then we will run it. Give you a few more seconds. All right, y'all ready? All right, let's go. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh shit. You won last time. Look. How do you feel if we redo it? Would you be pissed off? I could send you 2 if you absolutely demand it, but since you won the last one, what do you think? It's up to you. It's 100% fair giveaway, and if you're the winner today, you're the winner today. Would you be so kind to have a redo, or you want these 2? It's up to you. I'll wait a few seconds for your comment. Again, you're more than welcome to have both. I just, I guess it's fair, right? Well, look, check this out. Now, you know what? Today's your lucky day. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. I got like, I think I have like 4 more of these, so it's all good. There's plenty to go around. You're good. Don't worry about it. You're the winner today, and I'll check my emails and I'll send you 2 tomorrow. So I got more left. No worries. Come back tomorrow, everybody else, and we'll do it again. We'll do it all over again tomorrow. So yeah, I'll check my email right now. I will check my email right now and get your shipping. I'll get all that set up in the background after this live. So appreciate you joining us. Please stop by tomorrow and we will run another one. Thank you for joining us. Google Fi Wireless, yes, sponsor. Please go see their link in the description box. And as always, I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out. What's up, Bama fan? Check your tracking on the UPS label I sent you. The UPS label tracking should be moving. All right, peace.